Ой, не рось тебе кропе, ой, не рось тебе кропе, по моем я городу, по моем частого колу.
This is one of the largest forest wetland complexes in Europe. It covers more than 10,000 square kilometers on both sides of the Pripyat River, which runs through Belarus and the Ukraine. The water level changes substantially over the year. Swamps and streams swelling when the snow melts in springtime and during autumn rains. The area is under central administration that includes also state-owned industries, such as this factory that is a combined sawmill and maker of parquet floors using local raw materials. Farms adjacent to the protected area also fall under the same administration. Much of the farmland is an old marshland that has been drained since the 19th century, but this process is now halted. The eastern part of the area is considered a heartland of the Belarus nation, with a long history of Slavic culture. The city of Turów goes back more than 1,000 years and has been a center of both Roman Catholic and Orthodox communities. Today, an administrative center for the Pripyat National Park. The bird life in the reserve is impressive. In one day, one can see the rare black stork, many of Europe's large birds of prey, and every European woodpecker species. The idea of a joint administration is to optimize three objectives that normally come into conflict with each other: protection of nature and biodiversity, industrial use of forest raw materials, and modern food production, by zoning, allotting different functions to different areas. It is to study this setup that an international group of researchers work in the different zones together with the local administration, using different methods within their respective fields of knowledge to gain an overall picture. The studies include fieldwork in the ecosystem, where some parts bear witness to man's effort to dry up the land. The large deciduous forests, with oak as a key component, have always been considered particularly valuable. The sawmill and parquet factory is state-owned and delivers its products to the international market. The production is intended to bring added value to the country at a level that safeguards a sustainable yield of wood. The researchers were given the opportunity to discuss in place with the local administrators how this balance is maintained, as reflected in data and statistics from all areas of activity. And there was an active exchange of information between the local director of research and the visiting study group.
We want to simplify it. Yes. To landscape types. So it's a very flat valley. So we have the. So and then to simplify it, we see the floodplain forest. This is. The
overall aim of these studies is to gather information about different management models for sustainable landscape use.
A big pattern in what we do is really to understand how people make decisions to balance ecological, economic and social dimensions. And then you might say that Belarus, given its politics and institutions, is kind of an extreme, where you have big management units. And of course, if you want to maintain values related to plants and animals that need lots of space, the Belarusian way of doing things is very efficient.
Which is not to say that this model can be used in other countries with totally different ownership structures. The more owners and stakeholders involved, the stronger will be the demand for a more democratic and transparent system with more decentralized decision-making.